Welcome back to Yogaxpress, your virtual stretch clinic that helps you move the body to still the mind. My name is Banu Suresh. I'm your host for this program. This program, Yogaxpress, airs Monday through Friday on Time Warner 57, RCN 84, and Fios 35 at 1:30 in the afternoon Eastern Time. That's 1:30 New York time. If you don't receive this program on your television just because you're not in New York, feel free to watch us on mnn.org, Manhattan Neighborhood Network. That's where we tape these episodes, so www.mnn.org. You see with me on my right side, we have Sarah Torres. Sarah has been with us in the last 2 episodes, and she's been amazingly sporting. She's decided to come back for more. Sarah, is it safe to say you're well on your way to becoming a yoga addict?
Yes, I'm a yoga addict.
Already. We're going to have you say a little more about yourself in just a moment, but I want to point out to our viewers, you might notice that Sarah has her socks on. That's because the temperature in the studios is a little colder than usual because we have expensive equipment here. But as soon as we start stretching, she's going to want to take her socks off. But having said that, if you do want to keep your socks on, make sure you have socks that have little rubber dots underneath. You want to be safe. Whatever you do, be safe. You need traction on the mat, so you need something that will give you a good grip on the mat. So if you insist on using socks, maybe the weather is too cold, your apartment is not heated, feel free to use them, but make sure you have the socks, the kind that's got rubber dots underneath. We also have Darwin, Reina here, and today I'm going to have Darwin say a little bit about himself. There's some exciting developments in your career, Darwin. Do you want to share that with us? We don't want any names just yet. I know you're working on multiple projects.
Yes, I have 2 projects coming up, and well, I'm part of those projects,
Right.
And well, it's a nice experience. Before 1 month ago, I did a TV series.
Nice.
It's gonna be releasing in October.
Are you okay to release the name of the series? Can we watch it?
Yes, I can. Yeah.
You're
absolutely.
allowed to. Why don't you?
The name of the series is Jessa and the Bells. It's a very superhero TV series.
Okay. Is there a channel number?
We don't know yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So spell
but
that
it's gonna
for
be
me.
released. It's Jaze.
Jessa, okay.
Jessa,
and
the bell is like in Italian,
and
bell.
Bell, Belles.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
Jessa and the Bells. That sounds like Jezebel, right?
Yeah, exactly. But it's Jessa and
There's
the
and
Bells.
the Bells. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe if they Google you, Darwin Reina, can they find you
Yeah,
with
they
your
can find what I
episodes?
did in Barcelona, exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
Darwin, Reina, Reina. Just Google him.
perfect.
Anytime
Yeah.
you want to know a little more about our participants, Google them. They're all over the place. We're just lucky that they also decided to come here on the show. So thank you for coming
It's
back.
my pleasure. I love
And
it.
it's always a pleasure to have you back too. And you too, Sarah. Sarah, a little more about yourself.
Well, I do a wide range of different things, and often I find myself writing the most.
Right.
Yeah. As far as my writing or becoming an author,
Right.
I do have other stories that I'm working on.
Short stories?
I have short stories. I have a short story and poem book, actually.
Oh, nice.
I have 2. One is just a poem book on love.
Right.
It's. I think I'm gonna call it "Wanting to Be Loved." The other one, it's a mix. It's a mix of everything. So I believe I'm gonna call that one "Something for Everyone" or
Right.
a little bit of something for
Are you
everybody.
willing to share it with everyone?
A
A little bit of that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. maybe.
The short story and poem book of collections, or I guess that's how they'd refer to it.
Right,
I don't really know. That one has a wide variety of different kinds of short stories.
Okay.
Like one is about a young boy living in the projects,
Right.
who has to make a choice to help support his family after something happened to his father.
Right.
So now he has to wear man's shoes even though he's only 15 years old.
Oh.
Which is something that a lot of children in the projects,
Right.
the hood,
They grow up too soon.
yes, way too soon. And he's about 14 or 15 years old in that particular story. And there goes on to another story where it's about a woman in her 40s who's divorced.
Right.
She's getting back into dating and everything, and she just goes through that stage where there's a really young guy who's into her, and she's not sure if she wants to play that game because she's bitter.
It sounds amazing. Maybe you should share
bitter.
a little bit of, maybe a short poem next time you come on air.
Oh,
Bring it with
okay.
you.
Right.
Just read it out. Something, if you feel it's fairly universal, something you wouldn't mind sharing. Do that. I mean, this is a chance for our viewers to get to know our participants a little better as well, because once they know us a little more, they're willing to stretch with us. They see the same faces over and
Right.
over. It's very motivating for them.
Right.
So welcome back, Sarah and Darwin.
Thank you.
It's good to have both of you on the show. Before we forget, and although I said you need rubber dots, Sarah does not have rubber dots, so she's taking her socks off. So just remember, Sarah's doing the sensible thing. She wants to be safe. She's taking her socks off, but it is cold, so she kept them on. For viewers out there who need a little more help, please remember we also have a website, yogaxpress.com, www.yogaxpress.com. It's without the E. We also have a blog. You can talk to us through the website or the blog, or email me through the website. We workshop at Yoga Express. We workshop a simple stretch sequence called 48 Plus. If you go to the website again, you'll find there's a lot of help right there. If you come on the show, and only if you come on the show, you get a copy of my third title, Yoga Secrets. We'll also share with you a postcard which has the simple sequence, the 48 Plus sequence on it, and lucky for all of us that I remembered to bring the fridge magnet today. We have a fridge magnet. Stick this on your fridge, put this postcard in your handbag or your briefcase. Don't give yourself or us any excuses not to stretch. We'll also share a sun salutation poster with you if you come and stretch with us. But none of this happens unless you come right here in the studios. Before I forget my manners, I'd like to thank our amazing crew. Once more, we have a wonderful, wonderful crew, great teamwork. Deetra Kelsey, Josiane Hurd, our directors in the control room, Adina Marmelstein, who was directing for us 2 days ago, and today she's working on camera for us. Thank you so much. Richard Swanson for the amazing studio lights and the sound system, and thanks to Rich and Manhattan Neighborhood Network for making this episode happen. If you remember, viewers, if you've been with us for a while, you might remember 2 days ago we did balanced postures at Darwin's request. Yesterday we did back bends at Sarah's request. It's my turn today. We're going to do forward folds to balance our experience here in the studio. So we're going to do forward folds. So let's do that. Let's get up. We're going to stand up and do forward folds, starting from standing forward folds to seated, and then supine forward folds. Prone, there are no forward folds because you're doing back bends and prone. All right, let's stand, let's stagger ourselves. So, Darwin, you want to come forward? Sarah, you too. Heels together, toes slightly apart. And if you need a clue about which posture we're going to do, we're going to start with posture number 2. If you're stretching with us and you have a copy of the postcard or you're on the website, posture number 2 is Pada Hasta. Heels together, toes slightly apart, palms in front of your chest, elbows are raised. So remember, when you keep your elbows raised, you stay in the moment, you stay alert. You could try and feel the difference. Flop your elbows down for just a moment and notice how your mind starts wandering. You're thinking about your shopping list, thinking about what's for dinner tonight. Keep your elbows up, your mind is really alert, and that's the reason why we keep our elbows straight up. Now, let's inhale. Take your arms all the way overhead. Inhale, take it up. Take your shoulders, your triceps, behind your biceps behind your ears, and then exhale, fold from the hip. Keep your back nice and straight. Pada Hasta. It's a wonderful, wonderful forward fold. It's a full forward fold, and please hold your posture, Sarah and Darwin. I'm going to point out something. Notice how Sarah's spine, I'm going to just move your shirt. Sarah's spine, the spinal extensors in the back of her body is getting a wonderful release. So Sarah is bent all the way down. Her hands are on her feet. And Darwin, keep exhaling. And Darwin's going to keep going. He works out a lot at the gym, so he needs to go. He's going to work out a lot more here in the studios.
Yes.
He's going to stretch his hamstrings a lot more, but he's also getting there. The important thing is to make contact with your body. So if your hands don't touch the floor yet today, that's okay. Keep your hands. If you're going to keep them on your knees, make sure you don't push your knees back. You don't want your kneecap moving. You don't want your patella moving back. Just keep it very gently, resting there. Now, place your palms together. Inhale, let's come up. Exhale and release. Now I'm going to release from the center. I'm working my way towards meditative state, and let's relax a little bit. We have a few more forward folds. One of them is the next one is a fairly intense one. It's the one just below number 2, posture number 8. We're going to turn to face Adina's camera. So let's all turn to the side. And yeah, that's good. I don't want, actually, do you want to come there so I don't hit you? My butt doesn't hit you. And Sarah, if you want to go to the left, very nice. Bring your legs out about 3 to 4 feet apart. Now, I'm not very tall, but I still, in this particular posture, I insist on trying to bring my feet out, my legs out at least 4 feet apart, because it's very simple. Yoga, at least in our studios, it's a very practical form of stretching. It's very simple. The further apart my feet are, the closer is my head going to get to the floor. So it just makes me come a little closer to the ground. So let's inhale. Put your brakes on. This is one posture you want to be very careful. Bring your toes in. Put your brakes on. Inhale. Bring your arms up to shoulder height, palms facing down. Keep inhaling. Take your arms all the way overhead, palms facing in. Clasp your palms together in any manner you've been trained to do. This posture is known as Prasarita Padottanasana. Prasarita is widespread, as you can see. Padottan is legs or feet. Asana is posture. Exhale and fold with a nice straight back. Again, the school that I trained in has a very simple name for this posture. We used to call it Ugra. Ugra means fierce. Now, first I'm going to attempt to touch the top of my head to the floor of the mat, to the floor or the mat without the block. And then I'm going to use the block to show you how to use it. So keep exhaling and dip the crown of your head to the floor. Now, if you feel you might be a little tired today, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you how to use the block. Take the block, place it directly below your head. Keep exhaling and place the top of your head, the crown of your head, on the block. Now, if you think that's not going to happen, the contact's not going to happen today, put it at midpoint. Keep exhaling and dip. If you're really, really tired today, keep the block at the highest orientation. Whatever you do, make the connection. Now, once you've made that connection, you want to take your hands behind. So take them back, bring your elbows close, and then once you're nice and secure, you feel that wonderful, delicious stretch on your adductor muscles on the inside of your legs. Press with your palms, wiggle your feet just a little bit closer. And I notice Sarah is very comfortable with her the crown of her head on the floor. Bring your feet a little closer. When you're really secure, place your palms together, extend your arms out in front of you, and let's come up with a nice straight back. Very gently, yes, wiggle your feet a little closer, very gently. Exhale and release. And the reason we bring our feet a little closer is to make sure we don't slip. But if you're very comfortable, Sarah, you're too comfortable. Now you're not going to come back. No, that's okay. Let's wiggle our feet. No, that's fine. No, you just look very comfortable. That's good. It's very steady. That's really nice. But I just want our viewers to know that if you're feeling very comfortable and secure, as long as you got your brakes on, you won't slip. You can hold it as long as you are comfortable. Now, the moment you feel a little bit of discomfort or any kind of pain, you want to come out of the posture. And I don't want to go too far, but I did go a little further than I usually do. Now wait, let's turn to face the camera this time. We're going to take you through another posture called Uttanasana. Uttan literally means forward fold. It's just a standing forward fold. and I'm going to stagger myself. In North America, again, it's got a different name. They call it ragdoll. I think I have an idea why, because when you suspend your whole body, you're sort of all limp. But here's what we're going to do. Bring your heels together, toes are slightly apart. Inhale, take your arms all the way up to your shoulder, palms facing down. Keep inhaling, take your arms all the way overhead, cross over, hold on to the opposite elbows. Now, once you've made that connection, wiggle your biceps behind your ears so your ears come forward. Open up your chest and look up. Let's bring our chin up. Exhale, fold from the hip. Nice straight back, and let's fold. This is one of the few postures in the sequence where we do not insist that you have to make contact with the floor or any other part of the body, because you already have the contact with the opposite elbows. Hold it right there. Darwin, how do you look good, you look comfortable. How do you feel in the back of your legs? You feel the hamstrings stretching, right?
Of course.
Keep exhaling. And I especially needed the forward folds because I'm trying to work on reducing my little Mansfield in front of me. So keep exhaling. With every exhale, with every sip of air that we eject from our body, we are going to attempt to go a little deeper. Remember, yoga works, one of the primary rules of yoga is gravity. So let gravity do its job. Let it take you deeper and deeper every time. Hold it. Inhale. Strengthen your low back. Tighten your low abdominals. Come up with a nice straight back. And now you can open your eyes. Exhale and release. Normally, when we're transitioning one posture into another, we would go directly into downward dog, right from where we were. But we wanted to explain this process to you, so I decided, I think it was on the spot decision. Plus, I forgot, so that's okay. Now, we're going to go back into a posture called downward dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. So let's do that. Keep your heels, your feet parallel to each other, maybe about 6 to 8 inches apart. Inhale, bring your arms up to shoulder height, palms facing down. Keep inhaling, take your arms all the way overhead, palms facing in. This time, don't connect your palms together. Let's keep a little bit of distance between the palms. Let's exhale and try something a little bit different. Exhale and fold. Place your palms about 18 inches away from your feet, and this time I'm going to walk myself a little forward. But really, if your palms are now do what Darwin is doing. If you need to make an adaptation, bend your knees. Once you've made the contact on the floor with your palms, take your left leg back and then the right leg. Once your legs have gone back as far back as you can take them, exhale and press your heels down. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Adho is downward. Mukha is face or facing, Shwana is dog, downward facing dog. Again, my school has a very simple name. We just call it Parvat or mountain. Keep holding. This is also a wonderful rest posture. Actually, Sarah, I think Darwin remembers, but Sarah, you may not know, when I first started practicing, my yoga teacher would say, this is a wonderful rest posture. And I said, yeah, right, because it's quite painful when you're new to it. But actually, once you get used to the stretch, it can be an amazing, amazing rest posture because you learn to breathe with the belly. So let's do that. Let's try that. Inhale through the belly, fill it up, and then exhale. So take your belly all the way in. Very gently, let's walk our feet towards our hands. Make it a little easier for us to come up. Clasp your palms together, and let's come up with a nice straight back. Exhale and release. We're going to do a couple of forward folds from the seated position. So let's all come down on our knees. We're going to sit on our knees and take you through a posture called rabbit, shashank or rabbit. Literally, shashank in Sanskrit means rabbit. We're looking at posture number 23, Darwin.
Okay.
That's what we're aiming for. And I think you like that. It's very relaxing.
Right.
And for all the hamstring stretches that you've been doing, this one's going to help a lot. It's going to release any pain in the spine. So let's do that. We did a lot of back bends yesterday, Sarah. So today, this will be a wonderful release. We're sitting on our heels. Remember, when you're sitting on your heels, if it's too intense for you, you can bring your knees out to the side. Now, the closer your knees are, the more intense is the stretch.
That's
so just be
true.
aware. It's
Yeah,
true. You feel it,
okay.
right?
Yeah, of
So when you
course.
bring your knees out, you don't feel as much. Here, you want to relax and sit on that. Because you're doing a forward fold, so that's not going to get in the way. So let's inhale. Bring your arms up to shoulder height, palms facing down. Keep inhaling. Take your arms all the way overhead, palms facing in. Clasp your palms together in any manner you've been trained. So you could have your index fingers and thumb out. You could clasp all your fingers over, or you could keep your palms flat. Now, strengthen your low back. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, fold from the hip. Challenge yourself. Try and touch your forehead to the floor before the palms come down. Make sure your elbows do not touch the floor. You should feel a wonderful release of the spine in this posture. You should feel, just hold it right there. I know it's very relaxing, so you wouldn't mind holding. Notice how Darwin's back is going and is going to go even deeper. Now, the top of his head is touching the floor. Darwin is sitting on a brick, which is fine. You need to get all the support you can get. And because I know, Darwin, you do work out at the gym, so your muscles may be a little tight, but this is a great release for that. So your spinal extensors in your back get a wonderful release. Do you feel good?
Yes.
Feels good? Sarah looks very comfortable here. So Sarah, don't go to sleep on us. Let's come up. Palms together. It does feel good, doesn't it? Palms together. Let's inhale. Strengthen your back. Come up with a nice straight back. Tighten your lower abdominals and let's come up. Exhale and release. It does feel good though when you
Yeah.
go down all the way. Let's do another forward fold. We're going to sit down, extend our right leg out in front of us. Janu Sirsha. Janu is knee, Sirsha is head. Literally, this posture means head to knee. So you want to extend your right leg out, keep your right foot flexed. Bend your left leg at the knee. Attach the sole of your left foot to the inside of your upper right thigh. So I'm going to go back, stagger myself. And here too, you can sit on this brick, Darwin.
Really?
Folks at home, yeah, you can. It gives you a bit of relief. So you're okay with this, yeah. Feels better?
Yes.
But you want to make sure that your left knee is as far down as you can. If you feel that you're not ready to get your left knee down, put a block or a brick under the knee just so you have some kind of contact. The moment any part of your body is suspended in midair, tension builds up in the body because there's anxiety, right? Now your right leg is extended. Make sure your right foot is flexed. Now, if you see a dirty foot there, let me take it away from the camera. So you want to make sure that your left knee is down, right foot is flexed. And now we're going to turn our torso, our upper body will turn to face the extended leg. So let's inhale. Take your arms up to shoulder height, palms facing down. Keep inhaling. Take your arms all the way overhead, palms facing in. Clasp your fingers together. Exhale, fold from the hip. Another wonderful reason for keeping your foot flexed, it brings your feet or your toes closer to your hands. Sometimes it's very practical. Also, when you're able to flex your foot, Darwin, try and flex, bring it. Oh, you know what? The flexing is a little harder because you're on the block too. But the folding, that's fine. That's fine. If you don't get your hands to all the way to your foot today, that's okay. Do not give up on yourself. Make contact with your ankle or your shin. Even your knee is okay. Once you're able to hold on to your feet, try to see if you can clasp your big toe. The nerves that end in the big toe lead to the eyes. So you're actually massaging your optic nerves. Now, if you think you're ready to go where Sarah has gone, you want to keep exhaling. I know.
Over there.
You want to keep exhaling and try and touch your forehead to your knee. Now, my forehead may not touch my knee today or anytime in the next 100 years, but I'm not going to get discouraged. What I'm going to do is just to get a feel of that sensation, I'm going to bend my knee just a little bit to bring my forehead down. And then very gently, I'm going to keep putting it down and try to lead my forehead to my knee. Let's inhale. Let's come up. Exhale. And release. We probably have about 3 minutes. We're not doing too badly. Let's switch legs. Let's extend the left leg out and then fold the right leg in. Attach the sole of the right foot to the inside of your upper left thigh. Flex your left foot. Inhale. the arms up to shoulder height, palms facing down. Keep inhaling. Take your arms all the way overhead, palms facing in. Clasp your fingers together. Now, make sure your body faces the extended leg. Exhale, fold from the hip with a nice straight back. Keep exhaling. With every sip of air that you eject from your body, you will be able to go a little deeper each time. Inhale, let's come up. Keep your palms up where they are. Extend the right leg out. So Janu Sirsha was the previous one, head to knee. This one is called Paschimottanasana, where both your legs are extended. Flex your feet. Exhale and fold. Tighten your lower abdominals. Hold on to your big toes. If you're not quite there today, do what Darwin's doing. Place your hands at your ankles or your shin. I'm going to try and hold on to my big toes because it also helps me pull my body forward. Now, if you're very comfortable, you want to keep your hands over the soles of your feet, that's fine too. Take this opportunity to give yourself a little bit of a massage on the soles of your feet. Keep breathing, keep exhaling. Inhale, let's come up. Exhale and release. Let's see how many forward fold. Oh, we have a wonderful forward fold called Maha Mudra. Let's sit on our knees. Let's sit on, not haunches, what do you say? On our heels. Wow, I keep forgetting my English every now and then. Let's sit on our heels. And again, remember, when you're doing a forward fold, you want to sit on your heels, that's right. You want to keep, first of all, you want to keep the tops of your feet flat on the ground because otherwise there's too much pressure on your toes. And yes, if you need to use a block, feel free to do that. Now, if you feel strong enough today, you might want to bring your knees close together. If you're not quite ready and your muscles hurt a little bit, that's fine. You can bring your knees out just a little bit. Now, I'm going to try and keep my knees together. The tops of my feet are flat. Maha Mudra. Maha Mudra is grand gesture. Maha or Mahan is grand. Mudra is gesture. Let's take our hands from behind and clasp the opposite elbows. Now, you could do one of two things. You could either clasp your opposite elbows or you could do what's called a reverse namaste. You could place your palms together behind your back to challenge yourself. And then, because I don't want to show my butt to our viewers, I'm going to turn around again. And then exhale, fold from the hip. While we're doing that, I'd like to thank our amazing crew, Deidre Kelsey, Josian Hurd, Adina Marmelstein, and Richard Swanson. Thank you so much. Manhattan Neighborhood Network and Rich as well for making this episode happen. On behalf of Sarah Torres and Darwin Reina, this is Banu Suresh signing off. You are watching Yoga Express. Inhale, strengthen your low back, come up with a nice straight back. That felt good. You know what? We deserve a wonderful closing, even if we're timed out. Let's do this. Let's get on our back because we have a wonderful, the last one is beautiful. Feels so good. Let's lie down. While the cameras are still rolling, we're going to steal one more posture. Let's come on our back. I'm going to take off my fancy plastic clip so it doesn't get in the way. Pindasana. Pinda is fetus. We're all going to close inward, so we actually look like a fetus. So let's inhale, take our knees into our chest, wrap our arms around our knees, and I'm going to tighten the lower abdominal muscles and keep your head down, Darwin. I can see you through the side of my eyes because the moment the head lifts, you're building tension in your body. And then let's give ourselves a nice sacral massage. Hold on to your knees. Do a semicircle with your knees. So let's do that. You get a wonderful massage for the base of the sacrum. That's where all the nerves separate to the different glands and organs. So give yourself that massage. You deserve it. Yeah, just move around. Hold on to your knees and just move side to side because it refreshes the whole body.
Yeah.
I think we deserve this, right?
Yes.
So, it feels so good. Pinda or fetus. Thank you so much for watching us. Stay with us, stretch with us Monday through Friday, 1:30 in the afternoon.